and welcome back to the breakdown. Today, I'm going to be teaching you how to install, set up, download, make your BuyCraft Tebex store, whatever you want to call it. Today, basically, we're going to be setting up a Tebex store, also known as a BuyCraft store. Tebex and BuyCraft are the same thing. BuyCraft just changed their name to Tebex because they do more than Minecraft now, right? But today, we are going to be focusing on Minecraft. You're going to be setting this up on your Minecraft server, getting everything set up from your first package, like your first rank sort of a thing, to in-game, getting it installed, and being able to do /buy in-game and see all the stuff that BuyCraft has or Tebex has. For the rest of this video, I'm just going to call it BuyCraft, but it is the same thing. I need you to know that. Tebex is BuyCraft, BuyCraft is Tebex. All BuyCraft did was change their name to Tebex because now they have all of these awesome games. First, though, a message from our sponsor, which is Apex Minecraft Hosting. Go to the first link down below, thebreakdown.xyz/Apex. Get an awesome 24-hour DDoS protected server that you could run BuyCraft on quickly and easily for just a few bucks a month, less than $5 per month, and you can get your own awesome server set up and running any of the mod packs out there, and it's all done with one-click installation. It is absolutely incredible. Check it out again at the first link down below, thebreakdown.xyz/Apex. Nevertheless, once you go to the second link in the description down below, it will take you here, which is BuyCraft's homepage, and we can click on the big green Start Selling Now button. So, start selling now. We'll then need to register for an account here. Obviously, I'm just going to go ahead, enter some information, and then I'll see you after a jump cut. There we go. We can go ahead and agree to their terms and privacy policy. And then we also need to confirm that we are over 16, which I am. If you're not over 16, you can't set up a Tebex store. It's just how it works, and that you're also okay with getting their emails and things like that. So we can go ahead and confirm that and click Create Account. You won't have this pop up here. This is just basically my password manager. I'm going to go ahead and save that really quickly. And now, once we're here, we need to select our game type. Now, as you can see, Tebex now has a lot more than just Minecraft. That's why the name changed. But if you want the BuyCraft system, you want all of that, you need to come over here to where it says Minecraft. Now, Minecraft Java Edition is what we're going to be setting this up for. An online server, a public server that anybody can join off of Minecraft Java Edition. So if we go ahead and click on that, we can then next step down here in the bottom right hand corner to set up our web store settings. We want to confirm this is the original PC Minecraft for servers supporting purchased versions of Minecraft. UIDs are supported, all of that awesome stuff. That's what we want to do, so go ahead and click continue. Now for your web store name, this is going to be whatever you name your server. This is going to be called tutorial server because again, this store is going to go away after this video. For the web store address, you can name this whatever. I'm probably not going to be able to do tutorial server, but we could do like tutorial server test.tebex.io. Now you can also change this to .bycraft.net if you want, whichever one that you want and feel better using. We'll go ahead and do Tebex because why not? Next step is server selection, so we go ahead and click on that. Now you can set this up with a MySQL, but honestly, there's not much reason to do that from what I can tell because you can set up a Bungie server on it. So really and truly, there's no reason to use MySQL. From what I've seen, it's just better to set up each of your servers up individually. If you're on a network, and then you can select each individual one of those servers that you want to run it on. For example, give somebody a rank on the Bungie Core server. You've used Bungie Core permissions like luck perms. And for example, someone buys mob spawners on your survival server. Go ahead and send those to your survival server. And it's that simple. No reason to overcomplicate things. Once you've got that selected here for game servers, we can go ahead and click Next Step, Server Configuration. And now we can either go ahead and download the Bucket Spigot plugin, the Sponge plugin, or the Bungie Core plugin. Like I said, you can run this on Bungie Core, but the setup process is the same. Drop it into your Bungie Core plugins folder and then enter the information it gives you here. So we're going to go ahead and do this for the Spigot plugin here. So if we download the Spigot plugin, click on that, it will go ahead and automatically download in the bottom left. You may have to keep this file, which we do here. So let's go ahead and just click on this keep button. It's 100% safe. Everybody uses BuyCraft, Hypixel, Hive, everybody, so you're good here. Once you've got that downloaded, I'm going to go ahead and minimize our browser, and I've already got a server set up here. Just as you can see, it's called BuyCraft server because that's what this is for. If we open it up, this is a 1.13.2 server running paper right there, paper version 498 of 1.13. And we're just going to go ahead and take BuyCraft and drag and drop it into our plugins folder. Then we need to go ahead and just run the server to generate our config files for BuyCraft because we'll need to enter some information into them. So let's go ahead. I'll wait for the server to start up and I'll see you once it's done. There we go. The server is now started. As you can see, done there. BuyCraft X also enabled. Now we need to go ahead and enter the secret key here. Now to do this, it's pretty simple. Go back to your BuyCraft page here that we were just on where we downloaded the plugin from, and you can see copy and paste the following command. So just go ahead and click copy over here, and then we can come back to our console, and we want to paste that in. And it's actually not going to let me paste that in. I'm going to have to type it out. If you're on like a Apex Minecraft hosting server, for example, you will be able to copy and paste it. So give me 1 second. I'm going to move this over here right like so, and just type this out really quickly. There we go. It took me a second, but now BuyCraft secret, and then all of those numbers over here are now typed out. Go ahead and hit enter, and as long as we don't see any errors in the console whenever we type BuyCraft, so we type BuyCraft there, boom, we are all good, no errors, all clean. That means we are set up, and we can come over here and click continue setup process. By the way, that's what it tells you to do. It just says do /BuyCraft after your secret key is entered. So we go ahead and continue setup process here, and now we need to go ahead and set up our web store. So we're just going to go ahead, stop the server in the background back here, and then come back over to BuyCraft to continue setting up our web store. Now you need to add things like a logo. You need to add things like a domain name down here at the bottom, a custom domain name, but that's not necessarily what this video is exactly about. You can go get a logo designed by someone on Fiverr, for example. I'll go ahead and link Fiverr in the description down below. That is an affiliate link, so thank you for using that. But nevertheless, if you go do that, you can get an awesome logo over there. But overall, what we're going to be focusing on is creating a package, setting up the payment gateway, and then viewing the web store once it's all done. I will talk a little bit about setting up a custom domain, but for now, I'm just going to go ahead and drop in our own server, play.breakdowncraft.com, and put that logo on this store. This store will be deleted after this video, so it's not really going to matter. So let me go ahead, complete this step, and then just go ahead and confirm the name here, which is tutorial server, and then we can upload our logo here. Let me upload the logo. See you in 1 minute. There we go. The Breakdown Craft logo is uploaded. There it is, as you can see. You can also upload a favicon. That's going to be the little image in the top left up here. You can also remove the Powered by Tebex branding on your footer if you would like to. I'm going to go ahead and do that, and then you can change your account bar background and different sort of things on your store, but you can play around with that. We want to go ahead and click continue setup in the top left to continue on the setup. Now, first and foremost, let's go ahead and create a package. This is where we're actually going to be doing things with your server and creating the things that are going to be going on your server, like ranks and items and things like that that you want to sell. So let's go ahead and create a package here. And this just says packages. I'm going to go ahead and rename this with these 3 dots, click edit, and I'm going to rename this to ranks from packages. So basically think of a package as a category, right? So we go ahead and here we can see that this is ranks is the main package, and it actually says create subcategory here. And then we have the package down here, which is actually the thing that you want to add to your store. So I'm going to go ahead and just edit the one they have by clicking these 3 dots over here and clicking edit. Now we're going to go ahead and make this, let's just say VIP rank, for example. And now you need to check out the eye at the top of our screen to see how to set up ranks on your server using a permissions plugin like Luck Perms. If you don't already do that, you need to go do that, and then you'll be able to set it up here. But let's go ahead and just read here. This is an example of how you can get started on your Tebex store. The package is free, so go ahead and check it out and do all this test stuff, and then you can edit using the web store packages. I'll actually at the end show you how to do a test package if the package isn't free, but let's go ahead, VIP rank, and then I'm just going to type out, this is the VIP rank. There we go. This is the VIP rank, and you get awesome stuff. I mean, that's that simple as that. You would obviously want to list out all of the commands and all the different things that rank would get, cosmetics, whatever they get. You want to make sure that's listed out there, but this is just a test server, and we're not going to take the time to do that. Now, you can upload an image for the package over here. For example, if you wanted to upload like a star or whatever, you know, whatever graphic you wanted to make or get on Fiverr or something like that, you can upload over here, but we're not going to do that right now. It's pretty simple. Just upload an image, and it does give you the recommended size of 190 by 165. I'd suggest sticking to that. Now, for the price here, this is whatever you want it to be. For, let's say, a VIP rank, we could do like $20, and then you can expire after 0 months. It's going to be open forever. It's going to be a one-off purchase, meaning they can only purchase that rank one time. Or if you wanted to make it a subscription, you could do that. You could even make it a one-off and subscription. Basically, you charge a certain amount up front, and then it's subscription after that. So one-off is what I'm going to do here. And then for this category, we're going to keep it in ranks, which is what we made earlier, right? We changed the example category name to ranks. Global limit is going to be 0, and then we need to do no period. Now, I have seen you actually have to do 0 in this, but I'm going to leave it blank, and we're going to see what happens. It might error out. User limit is how much someone can purchase this, so I'm going to go ahead 1 every no period, right? So whenever is basically what that would mean. So this user can purchase 1 of these ranks every time. Basically, they can't purchase the same rank twice is what that means. The server you want to run on this. So basically, if you had a bungee cord server and this was what was set up, and you had set up BuyCraft under your bungee cord server, you would go ahead and select the bungee cord server for your rank to add the permissions there. However, let's say this was just being added to your main tutorial server. That's what we're going to do here. So I'm going to go ahead and select that as the server to run the commands on. Variables. Now, I honestly have no clue what these are. I have no idea. I'm sure it's something pretty fancy. It seems like to me maybe you could run in certain circumstances, certain things, but I don't know how to do them. I've never set them up, never used them, and we have a server with over 100 players now. So yeah, basically that's kind of how that's set up. But required packages here. This is if you want to do rank upgrades. For example, you want somebody to have to buy iron before they can buy your gold rank upgrade. You would make sure that they have iron in here. That way they have to have that before they can buy gold. Create gift card upon purchase. If you say want a gift card purchase and want to set up gift cards in your store, that's how you could do that. Associate with a community goal. You can set up community goals here on the sidebar in the engagement tab down here. You can see community goals there. That is basically a thing that whenever you reach a certain milestone, it can reward your community with keys or whatever you want to do. You can set that up if you want and then associate it with the community goal right there. Payment gateways allowed. I would recommend just allowing all gateways. It's only going to be gateways you have set up, so most likely you'll just have PayPal or a few others set up, so all gateways that you have set up will be shown there. Publish at, I would leave it publish immediately unless you're doing this in the future. Say you're launching your Skyblock server on the 15th, you could publish on the 15th and then show package until. It's going to show forever unless you select something differently like I just did. If you do that by accident, just delete it. So there we go. That's basically that. You can also enter a material ID for the GUI if you want to. I'm not going to do that. And then virtual currency, if you want to be able to have people purchases with virtual currency, maybe given out on your server or something, you can set that set up, but I've never done that, so I have no experience with it, and you're going to look at BuyCraft's documentation to do that. So nevertheless, disable this package and remove it from the web store. Basically, if you want to have it on your store still, want to remove it for a little while, want to bring it back, that can do that. Disable the ability to change the quantity of this package. I would recommend doing that on most things, except like keys or something like that, but for like ranks, you should be good to go ahead and disable that. Enable customer to pay however much they want. That's up to you, but basically they can name the price. They will have to pay at least whatever you put up here, but if they wanted to say pay $30 for the VIP rank, they could. Require customer to choose the server which this package is executed on. That's something that's up to you again. Maybe you can buy mob spawners in survival or in Skyblock. You can make them choose which server they want to do. Reset the global limit after the package expires. Don't need to worry about that unless you're using the global limit up here. Basically, if the package expires, show until, it will go ahead and reset the global limit. Inherit commands from lower priced packages in the same category. Let's say you have ranks and this is the starter rank, or you have a rank below this one. It would run the commands in this package and then run the ones in the lower package as well. And then match gift card value to price paid. Don't know what that is, have never used it. Disable gifting for this package. On BuyCraft, you can actually gift a package to someone, and I would recommend always letting people do that because if they want to help support your server, a lot of times they'll give ranks to people, they'll buy stuff for people, things like that, and it helps support the server and just makes the community happy and makes that person happy because they're helping the community, so it all works out. But I would recommend just leaving gifting on, but you can disable that there. And then last but not least, do not allow gift cards to purchase this package. Now, I don't know of any reason you would use that unless it was for a gift card purchase, right? You couldn't purchase a gift card with a gift card, but other than that, that's what I would leave. Now, let's go ahead and look at commands. We've worked through all of this. You can slow that down if you need to, but basically, that's all done. The hard part's done. Now all we need to do is enter our commands down here, right? So one of the things that's worth noting is there's this little help button. I would recommend clicking that little help button because that is going to give you quite a bit of information on commands, specifically some of the different username variables that you can use. You're always going to use name. That's what I've always used at least. But what's actually interesting is some of this. The ability to do package name, the ability to do server, the amount to do price, all sorts of stuff like that. For example, let's say you want to broadcast your entire server when someone purchases something and you want to name the package. You could do package name to do that, and you could also do the purchaser name down here, which would actually be able to, you know, show who bought it. You could say, like, for example, Nick's Games bought Diamond on play.breakdowncraft.com. That's something we actually do on our server, and that's how we do it, using this stuff. So I'll read through these. Some of these you'll use, some of these you won't, but yeah, that's basically how that works. So once we've done that, we can come over here and add in our command. So the only thing we're going to need for this is name. Right, so let's go ahead and do a rank. So it would be something like LPB user, and then we would use the name function that we just copied, right? That right there, the name and the little brackets there. And then we would go ahead and do space, and then parent, and then set, and then whatever rank that you wanted to set there, which would be, in this case, VIP. Now, this actually isn't set up on our server, right? So, for example, when we test this package, it won't show up, but I'm going to go ahead and do something that is, which is just give, and then the username that whoever purchases this, Diamond Sword 1. So now it's also going to give them a diamond sword in addition to setting their rank as VIP. You can do this however you want. Any commands that you can run via your console can be also ran via BuyCraft. So anything that goes here, you can even ban people. People can buy bans on your server. You can also buy unbans, even though I wouldn't necessarily recommend doing that. People can do it if you want to set it up. Any commands that can be ran from your console can be ran here. Just use the name variable for the name, and any other variables that you can use can be found over here, again, by clicking that little gray help button. Let's go ahead and click update package there, and now our first package is created for $20. Let's go ahead and test it. So I'm going to go ahead, fire on up our server here. I believe we did stop it. We did, so let's go ahead and fire on up the server with the runserver.bat. Also go ahead and jump on in game real quick, and I'll see you once I get there. There we go. Minecraft is now open. We've also got the server open over here, and now we can just go into multiplayer. I'm going to direct connect to my little IPv4 address because this is all running locally on my computer. We'll see me join in over here, and we can actually do /buy in game and be able to see all of the packages on our store. So we do /buy, it'll open up this right here, BuyCraft categories, and we can see the ranks category, and then we can see the VIP rank is $20, and then we can get to the setup faster by clicking on this link, and then it'll take us to our store right here, where we'll be able to see that we can purchase this immediately. Quick and easy, and a very simple setup. But how do you run a test setup? Well, let's go ahead and go to payments here, click on payments again right there, and then we want to create a manual payment. This is basically a test payment. We want to enter the username of the player. In my case, it's going to be Nick's Games. We want to enter the price of value. It's going to be $20 because that's how much the setup we had. And then the package we want to purchase is the VIP rank. Then go ahead and create. It will now go ahead and run that just like any other payment here. So if we click on view, we will be able to see that it is going to run these commands, and these commands are due, meaning they are to be ran. They haven't been ran yet. It can take up to 15 minutes to run a BuyCraft command, but whenever we do run it, we will get a sword in game. So in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and kind of move this up here, just kind of out of the way where you guys can still see it and see my hotbar down here when you see that diamond sword pop up. But we're going to be, on the most part, focusing on this area over here where, well, we can kind of get things rocking and rolling and continue setting up our store and all of that stuff. So let me pull this down here. You'll be able to see it come through in the console as well. But I'm just going to let that run over there while we're setting up over here. So if we go ahead, and they have this continue setup button, so we're going to go back to that continue setup button, and this time we're going to set up our payment gateway. So if we click complete this item here, you're going to have a bunch of different payment gateway options. PaySafeCard and PayPal are what I would recommend. Xsolla is also very, very good. We actually use Xsolla to process PaySafeCard on our server, and so yeah, you've got many different options there, but PayPal allows you to take PayPal as well as credit and debit cards, and so that's what most people use on our server. That's what most servers use in general, so yeah, that's basically that. If you click Setup Gateway there, it walks you through the process of doing that. I am not going to do this and set up a PayPal on this account because, well, there's just no reason to. But again, you can just go through, enter your email, enter all of this information, and then click create, and it's that easy. It's very, very simple to set up a payment gateway with PayPal. Some of these other ones are a little more complicated. After you've done that, you can go ahead and click continue setup, and I'm actually going to skip the payment gateway here. That way it moves us on forward. Add a team member. Basically, if you want to add a friend, another server owner, something like that to your server, you can do that. Let's go ahead and click skip, though. We don't need to. View on your web store, so we can go ahead and click complete this item to see this is how our store is set up. And you can see that we can go to web store design homepage to design the web store. We're going to do that here in a second, but we can go ahead and skip that for now because that's done now. So for setting up a custom domain, if you click complete this, it walks you through it. If you want to use a custom domain, enter it in here and then change your CNAME record. You can go to this article for more help, and it'll walk you through everything you need to do. As you can see, it's pretty in-depth, but you can get to that again by going to set up a custom domain, that little button that we just clicked, and then going to the help article right here. See that little link? That'll set that up. Now, you do automatically have this server set up right here, this like domain, but yeah, that's basically what I would recommend doing. You can also purchase an SSL certificate if you want. However, you will need to, you know, go ahead and do that and set up a payment method and all that stuff. But you can also store HTTPS redirect, force HTTP to HTTP redirect on your store. You only need to do that if you have an SSL certificate. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue setup, and then now we can go ahead and skip this. But our store still needs to be designed. We're still waiting for this to come through. Again, it can take up to 15 minutes, and from what I've noticed, the smaller your server, the longer it can take to come through. This is all speculation, though, so I didn't want to say that, and I have no proof of that necessarily, but I feel like as our server's grown, we've been processing more payments, BuyCraft has gotten things to us a little bit quicker. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and move on to Web Store over here. You see that little Web Store tab? You can come down here and then click on Design, and then it will go ahead and open this up, where we can go on to Homepage. And this is allow us to change that text that was on our homepage. If we go ahead and go to our View Web Store button up here in the top right-hand corner, we can see that this is the same text there that is over here. I'm not going to change this too much. I'm just going to do a little bit of customization here. For example, this is our homepage, and then we can go ahead and change this to a heading 1, and then just do some text here. And wait, there we go. As I was typing out our text, we did get the diamond, there we go, the diamond sword coming through, and we can see in BuyCraft everything that came through, and then we can see that command execution took 12.8 milliseconds to complete. This is likely to indicate there's an issue with one of your server's plugins, and basically it's an issue with my local connection because this isn't like a data center. This is just a small, like 50 megabyte internet connection, so nothing crazy there. That's why that error came through. But we can see gave 1 diamond sword to Nick's Games, and then it also should have had unknown command. Yeah, so LPB username Nick's Games parent set VIP for player Nick's Games, and then it says unknown command type help for help, and then basically it could not give us that command because LuckPerms isn't on the server. It's just BuyCraft's on this server, but we did get our diamond sword. That's why we added it there. So that's how you can do that. We can see the commands did come through, and now we can go ahead and finish adding our text over here. I'll just go ahead and copy this and then just paste it over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. That'll work. Now we go ahead and hit update, come back over to our web store and refresh. We'll be able to see this is our homepage with all of the text. Now, there is a sidebar over here that is completely blank. You see this? It seems like there should be something here. So let's go ahead and do that. You can come over here to where it says modules. You see that? Click on modules, and these are the modules that are on the right-hand side right over here. So if we come over here, we can go ahead and edit these to be active. So we can see the text box module. If we edit it and then go ahead and make it active by just, I think, just updating it's all we have to do to make it active. No, it seems like it's staying inactive. One moment. I think I figured out what we need to do here. We need to remove the start date or move it to an earlier time. So if we come here, move to January 7th, there we go. These are now active. So I'm just going to go through here and set all of these to active real quick, show you what it looks like, and then I'll show you how to add one up in the top right with that create module button as well. So we've got all of these set up now, and you can edit all of those settings. They're pretty self-explanatory. But if now we come back over to our server page, we can refresh it, and here are all of the modules. You have your top customers, your recent payments, and then a text module widget there where we can add in some text. Let's go ahead and add the VIP package we had as a featured package. So if we go ahead and click create module there, we can come in here and do a featured package. Right there it is. Click create, and then we just need to select our featured package, which is that VIP rank. Go ahead, click create there, and now if we come back over to our web store, we can refresh it, and we'll have a featured package down here. We can move these around pretty simply. We want to move that featured package to the top. All we got to do is click on those 3 lines, drag it up to the top, it'll auto save. We can come back over to the server, refresh, and boom, there we go. Very simple stuff, very easy to set up. By the way, each category that you set up, right? Each category that you set up that then has packages in it, we set up ranks. So we have ranks. If we were to add a new one, back over here in the web store packages area, if we were to add a new category here, so add new category, we'll title this one Crate Keys, for example, Crate Keys, and then just go ahead and save it real quick. We don't need to fill out any of the rest of these settings. Go ahead and save it. We can go ahead and refresh, and it will see Crate Keys pop up. So that's it. You can add new categories to your menu bar. What about that About page, though? So if we go back to Design, so we're in Web Store, go back to Design, we will be able to see that we have a About page that's nowhere to be found. That's because I went to the wrong place. If we come back over here to the Web Store tab, we can go to Pages right here, and then the About page is in here. You can come in here and edit it just like any other page. You can change the link, all of that stuff, but I don't want it, so I'm going to go ahead and disable this page and remove it from the web store right there, but keep it that way. If we want to add it back in the future, we can re-enable it. So with that now, let's go ahead back to Design here, and we can check out templates. Now, most likely you're going to keep this template unless you buy a custom theme, at which point you would need to upgrade your plan, which you can come up here and see. You can upgrade your plan. Most servers are sitting around this one or these plans. Once you get to about 1,000 a month in server sales, probably upgrade to this one. Once you get up to about 3,000, upgrade to this one, and then once you pass about 6,000, upgrade to this one. So that's kind of how your scale is going to go there, and you can see the different stuff you get on each one of them. But nevertheless, If you want to change that, you can, but there are some free themes over here on the left-hand side under templates that you can change. So as you can see, none of these are activated. We're just on the basic theme right here. Let's go ahead and activate the TNT theme. For example, go there, click activate, and then refresh the page, and it changes the entire look of things. These have all sorts of different pages, and you can go with whichever one you think looks best. Look through them all. You can't hurt anything going through them all. That one is pretty overwhelming, so let's just go back to like Jade here. I think Jade's a pretty cool one. Let's do that, refresh, that one will work. So now that you've got that set up, you're good. You can add custom themes as well by creating your first custom theme down here. Doing so can make your store look like store.breakdowncraft.com here, which is a very pretty, very nice custom theme that we have set up. Nevertheless, if we come back over here to our themes page, we can check out the terms and conditions, which I would recommend you setting up. And then we have the payment complete page, which is what's going to be shown when the payment is complete and someone purchases from your store. You can also add in a Google Analytics ID. Very, very good to do that. Very, very smart to do that. But that's for a different tutorial. Now, if we go ahead and go back here, we can go ahead and do one more thing. I just want to do one more thing, and then you can click around and play with BuyCraft yourself. But the biggest thing I want to do is come down here to engagements, click on coupons, and add a coupon. So let's go ahead and create our first coupon here. I'm going to name this test coupon, for example, right like so. Effective on everything. Discount type, we'll make it a percentage. We'll do a 10% discount. And then we want to go ahead and do a start date of yesterday, and then it never ends, basically. So, yeah, there we go. Unlimited redeem limit, meaning you can be used an unlimited amount of times. I'll go ahead and change that to one time. Let's say that we're making this for one specific thing. And then we want to go down to coupon application rule. I would recommend changing this to apply to basket after qualifying sales, right? So basically apply to basket containing qualifying packages after sales. That means if you run sales on your store, which you can do over here, if you do that, it'll do this after the sales, not before, and that can cause things to do some issues if you don't do that, so I'd recommend selecting that. Then go ahead and create. Now let's go ahead, take this test coupon back over to our web store here. We're going to go ahead, we already have this item in our cart, but we can click on it here, see that it says VIP rank. I'll remove it from our cart and then re-add it, just so you can see how it is. As you can see, the user limit has been exceeded for this package. That is what I was talking about earlier, where you might have an issue. So let's go fix that. So if we come back over here into the web store, click on packages, and then click on editing our VIP package real quick, we can come down here to where it says the user limit. Now I notice here that this is not working, right? That this is almost like a bug that we found in their software, because this is exactly how our server is set up with this exact same setup and everything, but it's not working correctly. So let's just go ahead and update this package, and we're just going to go ahead and create a new package. I'm not going to make you sit through this. We've already done it, but I'm just going to create one real quick, create a new game package named VIP Plus, and just give everything exactly the same, but with a higher price. So we'll do this one at $40, and I'm going to leave these settings exactly the same. I'll show it to you when I'm done. Okay, there we go. As we can see, everything's the same except the price is $40 there. Change the name of the rank just for us to identify it. And then we can see that I left even the global limit and the user limit the same, because that's how I've always set it up. That's how it's set up on our server. We don't have any issues. We can see that this is in the ranks category, and then it is running on the tutorial server. Also, go ahead and didn't add like a rank setup because we don't need that. It's not going to work on our server. So I just made it to where to give you a diamond axe. But if we go ahead and click create now, we'll have that set up. And if we come back over to our tutorial server page here, I'm going to go ahead and refresh, and then go into ranks tab. We should have this VIP Plus rank, and it seems like the VIP rank has just disappeared altogether. So maybe just delete that rank and then recreate it. Seems like we found a bug in their software there. But if we go ahead and click on buy, now we can add this to the cart, and we'll be able to use that discount code which we had test coupon. Quite a bit to be able to test our coupon there, but if we go ahead and click redeem, we can see that the correct amount, 10%, was discounted off the price. So there you guys have it. That's how you can set up your Tebex store. Even ran into an issue there, and that's how you can troubleshoot it. Typically, if you do have an issue with a package, just recreate the package. But if we go here to the three dots, you can also edit categories. I didn't realize I forgot to mention this, so I wanted to come and just kind of give it a quick look over. You can add something that's going to show up at the top of the category. Right up here, it's going to show up right under ranks there at the top of the category. And then you can also disable categories, accumulate purchases inside of a category. Let's say you want to have ranks that are upgraded you can do that to where if they purchased iron, that accumulates into the next rank, diamonds or gold or whatever, and on and on and on. You can order packages in this category on the web store by price. Do not display a category in a subcategory drop-down menu. All sorts of stuff. Pretty self-explanatory there, but you can edit them. Nevertheless, that is how you can set up a BuyCraft store. There's so much in a BuyCraft store. It's overwhelming, but luckily this kind of got you set up. Now you might have had to watch it to like half speed or whatever to get it to, you know, where things would work correctly, and I was going slow enough for you. So everyone went a bit fast, but I'm sure this video was over 30 minutes or near 30 minutes anyway. So thank you so much for watching. Give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. My name is Nick. This has been how to set up a BuyCraft store, and I am out. Peace.